Hey, you guys. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, we are making an audience for tonight. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, everybody. How was your Christmas holiday? I don't know. Mine was pretty fabulous. I spent a lot of time with friends and family, and my family is still with me, so I get a little bit of an extra bonus. Very, very excited about that. So, how was your holiday? Did you guys eat way too much? I ate way too much. This is Dr. Nicole. Very excited about you guys joining, so come on in. But yes, I ate way too much. I am not afraid or ashamed to admit it, but it was fun all the way around. Christmas holiday was amazing. And now we are preparing for 2017. It is around the corner, you guys. So if you haven't started on your plans, you haven't started figuring out what you want 2017 to look like, it's time. Go get your notepad, go get some snacks, whatever you want to drink. We're not going to be here long tonight, but we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So go get your notes, go get your pen so that we can sit down and connect about how to get ready to master your vision in 2017. How to get ready to master your vision in 2017. Hi, Deb. Love, love, love. So let's talk about mastering your vision in 2017. Now, we did part 1 of positioning to win. We did part 2 of positioning to win. If you have not seen both of those videos, do yourself a favor. Watch them. Take notes. They're going to bless you. Other people that have seen them can tell you about them. If you're in our Live Like You Matter community, you know that that's been what we've been kind of talking about, and that whole position to win, setting everybody up for 2017. If you're not a part of our Live Like You Matter group, you need to be a part of it. I mean, what's happening? What are you waiting for? If you're not following us on Twitter, and if you are not my friend, you need to become my friend. Hi, Deb. Deb is going to be Dr. Deb in a little while, you guys. She's probably blushing right now. Anyway, you need to follow us and friend us. All of my extension social media platforms are the same. It's all Ask Dr. Nicole, so it makes it easy for you to find me, your master coach and success strategist, just trying to do my best to help you get behind the driver's seat of your lives and your business and just shoot for the stars. Hi, Arlene. If you guys didn't see Arlene's testimonial video, she rocks. She's amazing. You need to check that out. Hear My Cry. If you have not joined her community, definitely do that as well because it's the bomb. So, mastering your vision in 2017. Let's talk about it. So you've got some of the stuff that we've talked about with position to win. But I want you to think about the whole concept of vision again, and I'm going to keep saying it and keep saying it because it's very necessary that you connect with the fact that vision is about visibility. It's not about feasibility. So all of the naysaying that goes on in your mind, those mental tapes that tell you, you can't do it, you're not enough, all of this stuff, what you don't have, that's not what you use to create vision. Okay, that's all feasibility. That's all connecting with what you have now or what you don't have now, and that's not going to help you with the vision. Vision is really about what can you see when you look all the way down the road, what's ahead of you, and as we've talked about, you're like, oh my God, I would really need, hey Stacy, I would need God to really help me with this because there is no way I could do that on my own. That's perfect. If that's how you feel in your belly, if you're like a little nervous and like, whoa, that is huge, that's perfect. You're right on target because that means you're really connected with visibility and you're not standing in your own way on the feasibility stuff. But how do you manage it? So I want to give you a couple of tips and kind of some homework things that you want to consider before 2017 comes around. And listen, if you have not joined for our vision party, our vision board party is happening on January the 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is our virtual vision board party. Yes, it's virtual, so you don't have any excuses, and it's hecka economical, so you don't have any reason not to join. Get your vision board together. Come with us. We're going to have this visioning session. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bring your snacks, because you can't be jealous of my snacks, and I'm going to have some good snacks. And I'm going to have one of my super friends with me, Yolanda K. She's going to have some good snacks too. And you can't hate on us because we bring the things we like to the virtual party. You got to get your own stuff together, okay? So put it on your calendar, January the 8th, Sunday, January the 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For my folks out in Cali, that is 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for you. So you want to get in the know, click on all of these ads and different things that are like populating all of my social media platforms. They'll post it while we're in Facebook Live as well. But definitely click, join, be there. And we're going to be doing group coaching in January as well. So it is just bananas around here. We are doing all kind of stuff to just make sure everybody really moves towards the goals that are important to them, and that you have the support and the advocacy, and of course, me as your coach to help you move forward. So tap into all of that stuff. But vision, feasibility, no. Visibility, yes. I want you to do a couple of things homework-wise to really get you where you need to be to launch this vision in the right direction. So I want you to think about what we've been talking about as it relates to perspective. Remember, perspective is everything. So number one, not in any particular order, just want to give you some food and some things that are going to help out a whole lot. Perspective is everything. The way you see it has a lot to do with what has the possibility of manifesting. So I want you to think about this. You're looking at a beach ball. You're looking at a beach ball, and I say to you, what color is the ball? And the color that is in front of you, this is a life-size beach ball. It's huge. It's like 6 feet by 12 feet wide. And you're looking at it, and what you're looking at, I say, what color, Joycelyn, what color is the beach ball? And Joycelyn says, oh, Dr. Nicole, it's easy. The beach ball is red. Oh, are you sure the beach ball is red? She's like, yeah, the beach ball is red. I'm looking at it. It's red. I'm like, Joycelyn, are you sure that it's red? Look at my lipstick. Are you sure that it's the same color as my nails and my lipstick? She's like, yes, it's the same color. It's red. What Joycelyn may not realize is it's red on her side of the ball. Listen. It's red, but it's red on her side of the ball. Now, if she walks around the ball, she may recognize, uh-oh, the other side of the ball is yellow. Oh, wow, I didn't see that. So your perspective is very important, but you want to connect with some people that are subject matter experts, or they have really done this thing at the level that you want to do it at, and see if your perspective lines up with some of their knowledge and understanding, okay? Because you want to make sure, listen, there's nothing wrong with sparring with people that really know what the heck they're talking about. And this is what I mean. Some people are like, you know, I don't want to tell anybody because they're going to discourage me. And I've said to you, there are people out there that are vision assassinators. You do not want to tell them what your vision is because they can't handle it. But these aren't the people that I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that have had varied levels of success in what you want to be successful in. And you've now gone to them and said, hey, here's what I see. Here's what my vision is. And mind you, make sure your stuff is protected. If it's stuff that, you know, is innovative and all of that, I don't want you to get in trouble and then come blaming me. Don't send me hate mail. Use your discernment and wisdom. But there are people out there that have done it. They kicked the tire a couple of times. They know what it takes. And they'll be able to spar with you and say, listen, the whole ball is not red. There's a part of this ball that's yellow, and you need to be aware of that so that as you're approaching this vision and the manifestation of it, you're seeing this thing from all sides. So I want you to think about your vision. I want you to think about that thing that you have out there that you want to see manifest in 2017. And I want you to think about, who do I know or who have I heard of that may have some insight about some aspects of what I'm trying to do. They're experts at this. And don't knock the fact that there are people that may not know you, but if you're clever in how you reach out, and if you do some of the things we've talked about in the other Facebook Lives, like you go into your LinkedIn and you go into Facebook and you see where are those degrees of separation where there are people that you don't know directly, but you have some connection to them. Use that as the beginning of the conversation. Maybe they've got some expertise in technology. Maybe they've got some expertise in marketing. Maybe they've got some expertise in production that speak to your vision. And they see the yellow side of the ball. You only see red. You want to see the entire ball as much as possible so that you can move with the least amount of resistance towards the vision. If that makes sense, you guys, send me some hearts, send me some love so I know we are all up in here together. Okay? Hi, Lisa. Send me some love. Send you some love, Lisa. Haven't seen you in a very long time. We need to work on that. So you want to make sure that you connect with some folks. Yay! You connect with those experts that can help you see the other side of the ball. The other thing is, you want to make sure that your foundation is strong. So listen, you've got this vision. You know, we've been talking about it. You're going to join us for the vision board party. You are going to get that thing so tight and slamming. You're going to be unstoppable in 2017. And you want to think about, what are some of the basics that I really need to cover to make sure that my foundation is strong for what I'm trying to manifest in this vision, right? So we're talking about not only a plan, but we're talking about, okay, what are some basic fundamentals that you need to get going to make sure that you're ready to build that vision? Think about it the same way you would a house, right? You're not going to build a 2-story house or a 3-story house where the foundation is not able to carry the weight of the whole building. So you've got to look at that vision and you've got to say, okay, what are some of the things that are going to increase my greatest chance of success? What are some of the things that are going to increase my greatest chance of success as it relates to this vision? Because those are the things that you want to make sure the foundation is solid, so that this way you know exactly what you're doing. So remember, when we talked about positioning to win, the vision was this person that wanted to create a home for mothers and children that were down on their luck. They wanted to create a place where it was like 5, 6, 7 acres, and it had horses, and the vision had a beautiful home where they could come and feel welcomed and get back on their feet and all of that. So it might be a good idea to think about, what are some areas, right, where having livestock, having horses and things like that are not even an issue. They're not a problem. Those are some basic stuff. That's basic stuff that if you start thinking about, what are some of the things that are going to reduce resistance for me in manifesting this vision and increase potential success? So now you're looking at the vision and you're like, okay, what are some foundational things that I really need to be clear about so that, again, I'm positioning to win, positioning to manifest the vision that is all about my visibility and really comes against those feasibility conversations that I don't really need right now. Okay? The other thing is you want to be sure that you're on a path and not on a treadmill. Okay? Hear me when I say this. You want this to be your path, not somebody else's. When you're on somebody else's path, it's more like a treadmill. It doesn't really go anywhere. It exerts a whole lot of energy, but you're not on a path. A path, every step that you take takes you closer to the manifested vision, right? A treadmill, you are just going and going and going. And here's the problem. You're just as tired, okay? You're just as tired, but it does not exhibit the same result, right? So you want to make sure your vision speaks to your path, right? So now we're talking about purpose. We're talking about gifting. We're talking about values. We're talking about what's important to you, what gives you energy, where you want to spend your time, something that you'll be willing to do for free. Because sometimes there are aspects of the vision where you're not getting a check for it, right? You are just working and you are plowing and you are tilling the soil and you are planting seed and you are making relationships. But all of that goes into this is connected to path. This is not connected to treadmill, right? If you look at the vision and you're like, feels a lot more like, hi, Claudine. Feels a lot more like treadmill than path. Step back and look at it and say, could it be that I didn't vision enough? I didn't look enough. I was so busy thinking about how am I going to get a check for this? How am I going to get paid for this? How is this going to sustain me? And all of these feasibility things that I didn't really allow myself and give myself permission to let the vision that was given to me by God come out so that I can then say, aha, that's path. That's not a treadmill. I remember what Dr. Nicole says. I got this. This is making sense. This is making sense. Okay? Now, as you look at path versus treadmill, remember we don't want treadmill. We're excited that it burns calories, but we want a path. We want it to lead somewhere. I want you to think about other things that you have tried that did not work. Okay? So you're looking at this vision, and there's all this optimism rolled into this vision because that's what it needs, right? It needs divine clarity. It needs optimism. It needs hope. It needs your belief. It needs you to champion it. And then I want you to think about as some homework, what were some things that I tried, never manifested? Just didn't happen. And before you get into a funk, because that's not the reason for the question, I want you to think about what were some attitudes, some approaches, and some actions that were a pattern for you that made it so that that vision did not get manifested. What were some attitudes, some actions, and some approaches that you took that made it work, did not work for you? It did not manifest. Now, I want you to check that by some people that know you. Now listen, this is for the big folks. This is on a whole nother level, because now I want you to ask for feedback. But I don't want you to get mad at what people say. I want you to ask some people that can tell you the truth, that can say, you just ask them, hey, you've been a friend of mine. You've seen, a lot of things that I've approached, things that I've tried. Are there any things that you've noticed that you could give me feedback on that may lend to why some of those things were successful and why some of those things may not have been successful. That's all you gotta say. Give them a minute. Let them think about it. And yeah, yikes. Let them think about it. Because here's what's going to happen. Remember, we're going for it in 2017. We are no longer in avoidance. We are no longer in fantasy. We're like, listen, I'm on a path. I'm not on a treadmill. Treadmill behavior is I'm going to get on. I'm going to exert a lot of energy doing the same thing. And I'm going to end up in the same place. Tired, sweaty, but nowhere closer because you're on a treadmill. The feedback is going to give you some things that they may sting a little bit. Don't shoot the messenger. Count it a blessing. Do not shoot the messenger. Count it a blessing, because this is the point right up in here before 2017 where we want to know. If they say, you know, one of the things that I admire about you and some of the things that I've seen you try is that you'll go for it. Like the rest of us are standing on the sideline and you're like out the gate, guns a-blazing. One of the things I've also noticed, though, is that it seems like halfway through, you lose steam. And as your friends, we never really know what happened to that thing that you were doing. And we're all excited for you, and we're like, yes, Deb, do it. But then halfway through, something happens. And Deb, that's not you. You know we here, girl, but I'm just using it as an example since you said yikes, but you know that's not you. So you know, we're like, Deb, you're out the gate, guns a-blazing. But then somewhere halfway through, we don't know anything about it. We never hear anything about it again. We don't know if it's that you lost steam. We don't know if it's that you just quit. I'm not really sure, but that's something that I've noticed. Take notice of what they're saying to you, because these are the things that you're now going to guard yourself against as you're seeking to manifest that vision. You're going to look at that, and what you're going to find is you ask about 4 friends. You only need 4. You only need 4. 2 know you really well. You know, 1 knows you kind of good, but just on a professional level. And 1 knows you really, really good, just on a personal level, but not on a professional level. You know, you only need 4. These aren't haters either. These are good people that if you ask them a question, they're on your team. They want to tell you the truth because they want you to win. Take note of what they say, because you may see a pattern if your eyes are open. If your eyes are open and you're not mad like you were in 2016 or maybe in 2015, not wanting to hear what's being said, you can take that as a blessing, and we will use that to rocket you into 2017 like never before. Because then you know, oh, so it seems like I have a pattern of dying in the middle. Somewhere in the middle, I either get scared or I change direction, or I drop the ball and I move on to something else, but it's somewhere in the middle I stop before I see it manifested. Okay, then I got to be aware of that. And now I've got to build some accountability around that so that I don't do that, because I'm trying to see this manifest. So now you're taking that feedback. Hey, Mike. Hey. Oh, my goodness. Look at my peeps. So you're using that feedback now to anchor some safeguards, right? So think about it this way, because this is not emotional. This is just factual. If you live in an area that is prone for earthquakes, my people in California know what I'm speaking about. There are certain types of material you want your house built with, and there's certain types of material you don't. It's not personal. It's all going to look fabulous. But you want, when an earthquake comes, that your house is sustainable, right? So you want to use this feedback to then be able to manage yourself. That's what it's about. You want to use what they're telling you, because remember, they're looking at the painting from the outside, right? So you look at a beautiful painting, what you see is very different than the people that are in the painting, right? So they're going to see it from a different vantage point, right? So look at the connection. At first we talked about the experts looking at your vision from the yellow side, and you only see it from the red. Now we're talking about people that can give you feedback and say, this is what I've noticed in reference to your attitude, your approach, and the actions that you seem to display when you're going for something. Because we want to use that. Like the people in California when they're like, no, 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 build my house with steel, okay? Because if anything goes down, I want the best possibility that my investment is not going to fall apart. Okay, so we want to now anchor you. This is not to shame you. This is not to make you feel bad about yourself. And honey, if you're in our coaching group, we will help you work through that, not to worry. But you got to use this feedback to anchor yourself so that you're sure to get to the manifested vision. And listen, you can limit it. You can say, could you just tell me 3 good things and 1 thing that might need a little bit of improvement? That's okay. I just want you to get the feedback. The other thing, what's your motivation and intention? What's the motivation and intention behind the vision? You got to be clear on what it is. And as we've said to people, I've said it many times, you want to use the most responsible stewardship tools you have in reference to money and time and different things like that. However, you don't want to create a vision and you're chasing something that's not only not on your path, but it doesn't fit your values, it doesn't speak to purpose, and the intentions and the motivation behind it is not that great either, okay? The intention and the motivation behind it is not that great. So, okay, Dr. Nicole, how do I gauge that? You know, if it's not serving anybody, if it's not helping to solve a problem, if it's not something that is going to feed your spirit, if it's something that is highly connected to things like greed and stuff that's going to move you beyond your moral fiber, that's probably not the right intention or motivation. So I don't have any judgment over what you do, but your moral fiber should be the compass. Whatever your moral fiber is, when you look at that thing and you say, what are my intentions and what's my motivation behind that vision? You really got to think about it, because remember, intention and motivation are energy in and of themselves. So you think about it. As brilliant as you are, you may want to connect all of this energy that you're about to put into this thing in 2017. You may want to put it into something where your intentions and your motivations line up. They align with who you really are. But only you can gauge that. So you really got to look at it and say, okay, am I being honest here? Does it have the right motivation? Does it have the right intention based on what I value, who I am, what gives me energy, what speaks life to me? And if it does, okay, I can check that box. Now, 2 last things. Is this something that needs a solo effort? Or does it need a team effort, and when? And when is the big part. There are some things vision-wise that to make the vision is you, but to manifest the vision is that you in the first 3 months? Is that 5 people in the first 3 months and they've got all different roles? What is that? When you look at the vision and you're seeing you're visualizing it. We talked about visualization. So you can see the different parts and pieces. When we talked about that house, you can see, that there are horses. You can see the color of the house. You can see the grass. You can see that there's a garden, right? A homegrown garden. You can see the type of women that are in the house. You can see what you're doing in the house. You're visualizing all of this stuff. How much of it is you? And how much of it is you and maybe another person? And how much of it is you and maybe other persons? And when do you see that happening? So some visions, every time it's your vision, you put the vision out there. But once you move from there, sometimes it's just you for a while. And sometimes it's you plus 2 other people. And now you're saying, okay, by month 6, I've got to have 5 people really bought into this vision, because that's what it's going to take to get it to fruition. And by the time month 9 comes around, I need at least 10 people bought into this in different ways. But start thinking about that as you're looking at the visualization of the vision. Start thinking about, is this a solo scenario? Is it a team scenario? Is it a partner scenario? And when do I see those things aligning? Does that make sense to everybody? Now, last but not least, and we're going to come back again next week. We're going to give you some more stuff, because we're anchoring. We're helping you anchor so that when you come to the party, you are like, yes, I am ready. I have seen all of the Facebook Lives. I've taken notes. I'm ready to do this thing, right? I want you to think about what you need to manage in yourself. Simple, not so simple. Remember, all the things that we're talking about in this Live Like You Matter community is about practicing the tenets of living like you matter. So what are you clear you will have to manage to make sure that this vision has the best shot possible of manifestation? Because remember, the vision is not given to you so that you don't manifest it. But we do have choices, right? So a vision can be given to us, and we have the choice to not put in the energy, prayer, execution items, actions, relationships, resources to make it happen. So the intention of the vision itself is not that it not be manifested. The intention is that it be manifested. And there is a higher trust in you. Therefore, it was given to you with a trust that you are the one, right? But now there are some things that we have to manage about ourselves. And we got to be clear on what they are, because listen, if you don't own a thing, you can't change it. If you're not willing to see it, you can't do anything about it. So if you know that you and procrastination are best friends, you know you got a breakup coming. Got to break up with them. Got to break up with procrastination. If you know, I don't really put in all the effort that's really necessary, but I want the success that everybody else has, you know you have to break up with kind of being on the couch. I'll say it, lazy. But you got to break up with that, and you got to get your hustle on. You got to get it in, right? If you know you work too much, right? I practice that, right? Practice not working too much, living like you matter, shutting it down. Then you know you've got to manage that. So it's not all, oh, the bad stuff. Dr. Nicole just points out all the bad stuff. There's some good things that not used in moderation are not great. Right? Like I can work, you guys, and I've got to sometimes listen to the people that are around me saying, hey, relax, practice. We practice in moderation. And I say, yeah, okay, I'll unplug, or I'll shut it down, or I'm recognizing, oh, I got to slow it down. Or even knowing when you have to have some of those things. So if you're starting up a business, it is go, 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 go. That's what it is. But then you get those points of reprieve where you get to say, okay. So see, Deb, I told her myself, you ain't got to tell on me. I see those eyes, girl. I see you, right? So listen, for all of us, this is practice, because we're all human beings and we're all trying to get it right in our lane, on our path, moving towards the vision that we've been given. Why? Because the objective is to leave here with no gifts unused. That's the goal. To be able to leave here and say, I got nothing for you, man. I ain't got nothing. I used it all. Every vision, I used it all. I'm good. I've got nothing. That's the goal. That's the goal, to say I don't have anything left. You don't have any boxes up there with gifts talking about you didn't use that. You didn't open that box. You didn't open that box. That's the goal, right? So we want to do that in 2017. I want to help you do that in 2017. If you have not joined our vision board party, it is virtual. You can have your cute socks, because Lord knows I'm going to have mine on. It'll be 7 p.m. my time. My cute socks and hot chocolate will be in full effect. So you get to sit with a bunch of fabulous people that are trying to make sure 2017 counts like no other year. Taking the bull by the horn, doing what we've got to do. You should come hang out with us and join us. Okay, we're going to be posting the link so that you can click on it. It's $37. We know that we spend money on all kinds of stuff. Invest in yourself. That's what this is about. We've made it economical, so you don't have any reason not to say, you know what? I need to invest in me. I need to do something that matters for me, and be in a community of people that can lift me up and cheerlead me, because trust me, Yolanda and I are very cheerleader-esque, and she's super cheerleader. I'm cheerleader. We're going to be just off the chain, off the chart. So you need to come join us. And if you know that you've got a goal that you are trying to hit out the park in 2017, come and join us in the coaching group. Just come and join us so that I can help you with your goal, help you see your blind spots, help you with strategy, help you move this thing forward, give you the accountability that you need, not just with me, but with other women in the group, and do what you've got to do. Trust me, there are other women, I won't name their names, they can tell you who they are, that have tried it, and they're like, seriously right now? I would have never been doing this had it not been for making this decision to really go for it. I would have never been doing this. And all this time, I was afraid. I was thinking, I don't have enough money. I don't have this. I don't have that. I'm not this. I'm not that. All of this stuff, when all I needed to do was make a decision. Child, please. We got this in 2017. So check me out. Ask Dr. Nicole. If you are not a part of the Facebook group, join us. Live Like You Matter Facebook group. I'm thinking we'll be at 1,000 people before the new year. We're at 991 people. How exciting is that? Yay, Arlene! How exciting is that? 991. We started this group a couple months ago, and it's just been a blessing. It's been a blessing to hang out with you guys. So as we move forward, I am clear Next time we do a Facebook Live on a Tuesday, it will not be 2016 anymore. So let me say this. It's serious right now. This is it. The next time we have a Facebook Live on Tuesday night, it will no longer be 2016. 2016 will be a part of history. It will be gone. Prayerfully, we are all alive and healthy and well, but it'll be something of the past. So time is not waiting, you guys. It's time to do it now. I'll be waiting for you. Very excited. Whoop, whoop. All right, that's all we got for tonight. Hopefully you'll check us out. Love you guys. God bless. Breakup time, Joycelyn. Breakup time. Time to break up. All right. Bye-bye, you guys.